Now this one, you guys get to choose. This is kind of a choose your own thing here. Do you guys want to hear the San Francisco Department of Motor Vehicles, or do you want to hear that little child was a total asshole?
That little child was a total asshole. Do you want to hear about the DMV or a funny story?
You want to hear about the DMV or a little asshole kid? Alright, I don't know this one as well, so I got to read it like kind of all the way through. Alright. As William exited the supermarket, he saw a young boy with curly red locks throw an organic clementine into the parking lot. The little boy was with his grandmother, who didn't seem to notice. She was too busy looking through the latest Vanity Fair to be bothered with a simple thing like bestowing the next generation of American youth with a healthy respect for personal property, not to mention fresh fruit. Earlier, William had seen the same curly-haired boy staring blankly out the rear window of his grandmother's Cadillac, hostilely flicking at his older brother, who was seated in the front. It was as if this already only 8-year-old boy was over life. He was bored. William was incensed. This is a senseless act of misguided aggression, he thought. He was tempted to march right over and smack some sense into the orange-tossing little bastard. Rational thought prevailed, however. I don't want to hit him, maybe just scare the bejesus out of him. William wanted to induce some sort of consciousness-altering experience in the child, something to instruct him on the value of life. Maybe I should just dose him with a tab of acid or something. Really let him rip. Having no hallucinogenics on him at the time and relatively certain that distributing drugs to a minor was a rather serious felony, William sought another course of action. He had always hated it when he saw young men do shitty things. Even as a small child himself, he used to yell at the older boys for kicking pigeons or sticking gum in a young girl's hair. What goes around comes around for fools and assholes, he thought. William had always felt an overwhelming need to preserve and protect the defenseless or mild. Maybe I would have made a great police officer. But alas, along with his sense of justice came an inherent contempt for authority. While these instincts seemed somewhat at odds, William tried his best to reconcile them. There are already so many damaging forces in the universe, born out of authority, governmental corruption, religious fundamentalism, corporate policy, etc. Then why add to the darkness with petty destructive rebellions, abusing animals and wasting fresh produce? But this still did not sufficiently appease William's need for justice and education of this ill-mannered youth. William pursed his lips and strolled out to the center of the parking lot. He scooped up the clementine and felt its hearty weight in his hand, measuring the distance between him and the red-haired tyrant now kicking a box of watermelons next to his purposely oblivious grandmother. He adjusted his grip on the orange, pulled his arm back, and let it fly. How else will the world ever change, he thought, as the clementine sailed over the young boy's head, ruffled the pages of this month's Vanity Fair, and smashed into the grandmother's face.